Thomas,
I'm Max Pici.
and today we're going to talk a little bit about the first ever project we ever worked on. We worked on with each other.
Yeah, so we worked on. We were both interested in entertainment. We were both interested in, the film aspect and everything of it. So we thought it was kind of cool, And then, as we got into high school, we were able to take classes in the similar way. He took. We both took intro to video.
Intro to video. That class kind of sucked.
Intro to video. That was half the semester. It wasn't that fun.
Yeah, but then we got into like the real stuff, film.
The very first video that me and Brad got to be a part of, and when I say be a part of, I mean in literally every aspect.
From editing and acting.
To editing again, to storyboarding, to scripting.
And then filming.
It was just...
This was like I was the main actor in that film. I was Spooky Guy, but we'll get more into Spooky Guy later. So when we got put into groups, we got put with our friend Will and Danny. And the theme was there was a failure to communicate. And boy, howdy do, there was a failure to communicate through that whole process, let me tell you.
That whole movie or film, I'm not even going to call it a movie, that whole film that we had to do,
YouTube short,
was horrid. We started thinking it was such a good idea to just say the line that we had to say, get the requirement out of the way, so then we have limitless amount of ideas that we could do to put into this movie. And when I say that when we had to storyboard and script, we really didn't stick to it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure we ditched them about second day of filming.
We went off the rails.
We went completely off the rails.
So we were the only film to start with like a flashback of us like at this film festival, and it just said there's a failure to communicate. Pretty weak start, am I right? But that's beside the point.
So whenever we started filming this movie, basically this movie is we're filming a movie to put into a film festival. So after we get everything out of that way, we go into kind of a montage, a 30-second little montage, kind of like a Rocky Balboa type montage, and that was honestly really fun. Granted, Brad, you weren't there.
I was doing something.
You were, gone somewhere else.
I don't think my character was even supposed to be in this.
Yeah, you weren't, but I mean, you definitely could have helped with filming or something or whatever. But yeah, we did that basically 30-second montage, just filled out the whole editing process in the film. No computers, no software was shown. That was literally it. It was the dumbest idea, but it was so much fun to film. Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, and then I remember the next scene of our film. We went up to the Level Green Elementary School, and what was going on is Max and Danny were talking about how they're going to end the film into the movie festival that was coming up. And my character, Spooky Guy, was the creepy outcast kind of character. Just like that weirdo oddball that you kind of just get grouped up with and you're just stuck with them.
Nobody wants him.
I mean, everyone wants him, but that's beside the point. But anyways, my character. So there's like these two dumpsters. There's like the dumpster that's on the left, and then there's like the recycling bin dumpster. So we had the great idea of having my character climb up into the recycling bin dumpster, and I just kind of waited there, and I was like looming and lurking. It was kind of creepy the more I think about it, but I just kind of so Spooky Guy kind of just sat there and watched like Max and Danny talk about their film, and they did like some weird handshake, and then after that they just left and Max dropped the film. They just kind of like nonchalantly throws it.
It was. Let me tell you, it was hard. It was hard to just kind of, how do I fake drop something, like and to make it look kind of show it to the camera. That was hard. You have no idea. I had to like shift it in such a way in my hoodie pocket to where I could push it out and make it not look like I'm literally setting it down for Spooky Guy to get.
Yeah, no, like he like nonchalantly skipped. Like he looks so whimsical, like going la 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 la, and then the film just kind of drops up, and then my character just like throws up the lid, and goes spooky, and then I remember how many outtakes I had to take of this because I remember the one time I was jumping out of the dumpster, I fell flat on my face, and then the second time I hit some no spot,
Crush your nuts.
off of yeah.
Yeah, crush your nuts.
Yeah, on the railing.
Crush the nuts. Real bad.
And then the third take, I just casually jumps out of it and then just grab the film and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make the greatest film ever.
Now,
watch me.
I do remember. I feel like there was an outtake that you missed where you if I don't know how many people have had their experiences with dumpsters, but whenever you throw them, you gotta give it a little bit of oomph so they fall backwards instead of coming back down. I think the one time you threw it up and you didn't get it up past that little threshold, and when you were climbing out, that thing cracked right down on you. And I just remember just all you hear is just and the mic was so far, the mic was just far enough away where you can hear him in like such a way. And so whenever he did his spooky voice, he was like he projected it really loud. And at this point, you didn't do the spooky voice. You just went, "Ow, shit, guys," and it barely picked you up. And it was just so.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then Will's just like, "Hey, you can't say that."
He goes, "Yeah, Brad, you can't say that." You go, "Oh, my bad." Climbs right back into the dumpster and then just goes, "Hey, let's do it again."
Shows you what happens when 16-year-olds try to make a film.
Yeah, oh my god, it was.
So anyways, let's go back into the plot. So what my character does is he, instead of like, revising the movie and like his eyes, no, he just films over it completely. So whatever turns into like a Rocky Balboa training montage, it just turns into this melodramatic war drama.
It's a one-man show, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And Brad is in a completely black robe, covering the face, not showing any skin other than his hands and his shoes. So he begins this one-man performance of this war drama that goes on with whatever we decided to do. And Brad plays the dad that goes to war. He plays the distressed wife that's telling you not to go.
Yeah, we found a wig somewhere. I don't remember where we found it, but we're just like, yeah, we're using this.
Somehow, some way, we just decided, we found the wig, better throw it in. Then we find.
I think it was like a little little children's backpack. It was a
toddler's backpack. And then I believe we turned the wig around to signify the kid's hair. So you played the kid, the wife, and the dad, and then talking about how he doesn't want to go to war, and then next shot he's in war. Brad,
I remember the door scene, and I'm like, I did voice this for every character too, and I'm like the wife, I'm like, no, you can't go to war, you don't die. And he's like, Daddy, don't leave me. And then I'm like, son, I gotta go to war. It looked pretty badass.
Badass, a little bit of a stretch, but. It's the best way I can describe it. Let's just say that I was not proud of what we filmed. But that's besides the point.
It was hilarious and you loved it.
Back to the plot. Brad's character leaves to go to this war, and we're filming in my backyard, which we had a pool, which not a pool, and it kind of had like a trench area. So we were like, guys, perfect spot. We can lay there. We can make it look really cool. So I do remember you were laying there, and you played the dad, and then you played some random other soldier talking to yourself yet again.
Yeah, I played Sarge. I think we called him Sarge.
We called it, just regular Sarge. Started talking, and you wanted to be the hero. Brad's character wanted to be the war hero. It's just, and then as soon as that happened, Brad's character goes with just the spooky guy, which is, I can't even tell you how many layers this has, is in Brad, spooky guy, now he's war hero. He goes, I'm gonna end this war.
I'm going in.
I'm going in. And when we had this super slow-mo shot, we thought it was so cool.
Yeah,
and
we had Flash Gordon
we
playing
had
in the background.
Flash Gordon playing in the background as he's running, just, like Forrest Gump, just sprinting across the frame.
And then as soon as he gets across the frame, a random explosion. You just hear.
It was some 144p shit image of a nuke exploding, just the worst cut imaginable. And then to top that terrible cut off,
and then we had Sarge was just this random helmet going, "Oh, I screwed up."
Yeah, he really, really screwed up. And then we had that terrible cut to that explosion, and then from that explosion, we go directly to the funeral.
Oh yeah, I remember I was wearing the wig again. I was staying next to two I was sitting against two stuffed animals, and they're just grieving. And then it cuts to the scene of I was a priest now, and I remember we didn't have a priest hat, so we just used a random bicycle helmet.
It was a little kid bicycle helmet. There was pink and sparkles on it, so it really looked like a priest.
A beautiful, beautiful scene. Just total disaster.
And so whenever he laid down and pretended to be dead. He also was some random person in the altar, and then we filmed this, and as a bunch of dumb high schoolers, we were like, man, this is good. This is really good. And after this, that's kind of when the movie, or Brad's part of the movie, ends, where he re-edits all of our filming. We end up going to the film festival. Will was everybody's patting down, oh my god, we don't have the film. Where is it?
Oh, then lo and behold, spooky guy comes out of nowhere. It's like, here, I got you.
He literally popped up out of nowhere, I believe. I'm pretty sure you were behind a counter and you just kind of rose up.
I remember there was a shot where I tripped on the rope.
yeah. Honestly, there was a couple of shots whenever you were in the robe and you just kept stepping on it and then you kept tripping, which I thought was so funny.
I do my own stunts, by the way.
So, in the very ending of this film, Brad re-edits over our movie that me, Danny, and Will all made. And then we were like, well, we don't have time to remake another one, so we just kind of had to just roll with it. So we rolled with it. At the very end, somehow, some way, the film festival picks Brad's amazing movie.
Well, it was supposed to be the best movie ever, but Will messed up and said Brad's amazing movie.
Yeah.
He was wearing this cheap headdress. I don't know why. We were running low on props, I can tell you that.
Yeah, let me tell you, our budget for this was about $3.
It was $20. It was $20 because that's how much we spent on the barbecue chicken pizza we had at the end.
Yeah, we bought barbecue chicken.
That was our production.
That was our way of compensating for everything. So at this point, the movie is done.
Beautiful.
To some people. To Brad, basically. Everybody else, we were like, oh man,
shut up. Will loved it.
Will was alright. I probably was the only one that was like this. I was like, man,
it was hilarious.
We could have done things a little better. Looking back on it, I wish I never made it. The dumbest movie in the world, but it was fun to film. I will say that.
It was honestly a blast. And going forward, it was kind of bad, but I had so much fun making this film. To be honest, this was my first time where I got to creatively express myself in a class. Art class, film class.
Film class was fun.
Hell yeah,
no matter what we did, all this shit we did, all the dumb stuff and everything.
Just some film disasters that we could talk about another one in the next episode. But thank you all for listening to. I'm Brad Thomas.
I'm Max Pici.
And we're signing out, and I hope you have a great day.
Stay classy.